Welcome back to my channel. I have recently filmed a lot of commentary videos, especially on politics, because I was and I still am fascinated by Charlie Kirk's assassination. Not that I'm happy about it, but I want to discover who killed him truly, because Tyler Robinson is not the only person who did it. More people conspired to have him killed in public to send us all a message that we should not talk about Israel and what they're doing in Gaza. This is not the intro I had in mind for this video, but I wanted us to take our minds off of these awful things and react to disturbing things that I found on Reddit. The first one is very short but also shocking. A user by the name of Potato said, quote unquote, "I keep fantasizing about my cousin when I masturbate." And I was like, wow. I know a cousin who I'm pretty sure that he keeps fantasizing about me when he masturbates because he's nuts. And that's why I don't go to his house, because I know he's nuts. Someone in the comments said, better than acting on it, in my opinion. And maybe you're right, but I would suggest that you determine why is your cousin making you hard. But yeah, that's not a good thing to think about. Okay, let's continue. I pretended not to know my girlfriend was cheating on me because the sex was too good. I would be lying if I said it didn't hurt my pride some, but she was the physical embodiment of my dream girl, being a very cute, dark-skinned, petite Asian chick with very distinct South Asian facial features. And she was into doing anything I had ever fantasized about, and did so enthusiastically, including tons of anal, with something about anal actually being one of the clues something was up, even pointing me towards who it was. I know she suspected I knew something was going on, and thinks she may have even known I was aware and was letting it slide, because some of the things she'd say and do were kind of like she was telling me, if you didn't love this girl and you were in it for the sex, then I guess it's understandable that you knew she was cheating and you were okay with it. But that's probably a bad decision because of STDs. You should have told her that you know about her affair, or asked if she has an affair, and then maybe discuss an open relationship. But I don't know, what do you guys think of all of this? Would you pretend not to know a partner is cheating on you because the sex is just too good? The next one I'm gonna read to you is fucked up, and not in a sexual way. It starts like this. I ignored my dad phone call, and 2 hours later he was killed. Thinking about it still hurts my heart. I wish I had answered his phone call and heard his voice one last time. My dad suffered from a drug addiction and was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, with a bad temper. My mom and dad never got married. Everything became too much for my mom to handle when she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and while in the hospital, my dad let his sister, who also suffers from drug addiction, move into the house while my mom was getting the cancer removed. When she came back to find the house a wreck, she tried to put a brave face, but that didn't last long when they kept fighting, so my mom packed everything and left. She stopped paying the rent, and the landlord was sweet enough to let her end the lease when they heard about the situation. That caused my dad to live out of his car. My sister and I both did our best to give him food, gas money, and a roof over his head, but with my dad's temper and bipolar disorder, it was very difficult for my dad to keep a straight line. One thing my dad always maintained was the relationship with my daughter. He never had money, but without fail, my dad had a gift for my daughter every time he saw her. She loved him so much, and they would talk and talk on the phone when he called. 2 months before he passed, he called me crying, saying how cold it was and how much he missed us, and that he didn't know what to do in life. My daughter heard his voice and started to cry for him, now both crying to each other on the phone. My daughter tells him, quote unquote, "I miss you, Grandpa. I love you. I want to see you. Please come see me soon, Grandpa. I love you." It caused my dad to break down hard, and from that day forward, my dad went to his classes, did his drug tests, and started to collect cans, clean cars, fix cars, do housework, whatever he can do to start his life over. My dad said it was his little beautiful butterfly that broke him to do better for her. The day my dad called, I was annoyed with my work and I had fight with my boyfriend the night before. And when I saw his number, I said to myself, "Not now, Dad, I'll call you back later." Later never came, and that night I got the call from the police that they found my dad on the side of the freeway with a head injury, gasoline all over him, and his wallet was missing, and he was pronounced dead at the hospital. This is such a horrible story. I can never forgive myself. Why didn't I call him back 10 minutes later or even that 1 hour later? What if I had called him and could have changed the timeline and he'd still be here today? I might have been able to save all the countless nights my daughter cried out for him, the countless times I cried out for him. I want to hear him again. I want to hug him again. I want my daughter to hug him. I love you, Dad. I miss you. You've had such a hard life, and your mom and your dad and everyone in your family. And for him to want to be better for his niece and for his daughter and then end up being mom. I hope you will be able to forgive yourself with time, because how could you have known? Maybe it was supposed to happen like this. I don't believe that death in this world is the end of it. I believe that our energy transfers into something or someone. I don't know your beliefs, but you can start exploring that idea that we never leave this universe. We are never truly dead. We are just transitioning from one place to another and from one phase into another. And to the other people listening to this, if you have a good relationship with your family, and even if you don't, if it's repairable, if they deserve it, give them a call and see how they're doing. Maybe have a coffee together or spend some quality time together and try to answer their calls if you can, because you never know what's gonna happen the next day or even the next minute, right? Thank you for watching, guys. Share your thoughts on all of these in the comments. I will have more for you if you like this format of videos. And like, share, comment, subscribe for engagement, and see you in my next one. Bye, guys.